this happened last night. Probably one of the last snowstorms we're gonna get. So, believe it or not, snow like this does not come to Denver very often. Because we are a high desert, we normally get powder. And so making stuff with snow doesn't happen, but that's something that I used to do a lot when I lived back east. It happened every single time a snowstorm would hit Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I'm really proud to say that after 3 years of living in Colorado, this finally happened. Yes, we built a snowman and a little snow dog. Finally. Oh, I love this tree. I love snow. So now that day 132 has got to its So now that day 132 of Level Grind of the Daily Hustle has gotten off to a start, I want to say welcome to all of you who are joining me today. Yesterday was kind of boring. At least it was kind of boring for me. It was just filing, like going through all of my files and organizing and getting rid of stuff that I didn't need to keep. It feels great to purge out stuff and to realize that I don't need to keep half the crap that I thought I needed to keep. So yay for that. Today is going to look more like a busy day. I have a lot of work to do this week. I have to get my work done for my client Drew. I have to get my work done for the church website that I do. And then I need to move into working on my presentation for NAB. I basically have, a week and a half left to finish that. And so I need to get that out the door. Drew's stuff has to get out the door because this is all contingent and preparing for an event that he's having in the middle of April. So all that stuff needs to get going soon. And somewhere in the middle of all of this stuff, I also need to work on my sketchbook project for the 2017 sketchbook project that's being sponsored by the Brooklyn Art Library, because my sketchbook is postmarked. It's supposed to be postmarked on Saturday. And if you saw my Instagram post from last night, you know that I decided to restart it yesterday. There's only one problem with this kind of snow. It falls. Alright, let's see what happens. This is like going through the creepy dungeon sections of Mario. As long as it doesn't get down my coat, I think I'll be happy and fine. I had a piece of snow hit my eye earlier. Almost to the end. Almost to the end. Radar, don't make me stop. Phew. Whew, through. It is after breakfast. I am back from my walk and the snow level outside where I had to avoid all of the snowdrops. If you've ever played Super Mario 3, you know the ice world and you know those little icicles that drop. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of today. So it is now time to get into my workday. The first thing I need to do is actually plan out all the things that I need to do in this workday. I really want to take advantage of my work blocks for this workday because they're what is going to help me stay on top and stay focused. Having the work to do for Drew and then for another website and then hopefully clear out my schedule so that I can get some more work done on my video for Dylan and that in turn for my presentation for NAB. I want to make sure that I'm going to use all of the hours that I have today as efficiently as possible and as effectively as possible. So I'm going to do that. The other reason why I need to do this is because I'm not sure what else is on my to-do list, and I'm sure that there's a couple of other things that I need to worry about putting into this work week somewhere, and that way I can keep moving along, be ready for NAB. Oh yeah, and also still have time to do all of my week 13 evaluations for my 12-week year. Yeah. I'm not stressed. Alright, this took longer than I expected simply because I didn't have my format already planned out for this week. As you can see, I have more blank spaces, so I need to fill all of these out with my framework. But in the meantime, I've got this planned out for right now. This is what I'm going to work on today because these are the most important things that I need to get done as of right now. Any time that I have left over at the end of the day is going to be spent working on my NAB presentation because, again, that's the most important. I've got a meeting scheduled with a potential client on Thursday, so we're going to explore a safety video that they need to make, so I'm really happy about that. But that's also a chunk out of my afternoon on Thursday. So somewhere in between today having all day Wednesday and hopefully most of the day Friday. I need to get all this other stuff done. So hopefully the stuff for Drew and GPC will be done today. The stuff for Prov I can do in the background, maybe, as long as I'm paying attention to it. And I have some stuff I need to get done for Renegade. These are things that should be going out starting next week, and they're not done yet. So I might do this stuff in the evening if I'm not working on my sketchbook. Oy vey. I need to juggle. I need to juggle very much. And then I also still need to work on my stuff for NAB. This is the meeting about Thursday. Somewhere in here, I may or may not write a blog for Screenlight and at least get it drafted. This would normally be due like the first like week and a half into a month. And since this is NAB, like I don't know if they're even going to run something this month anyway. So I need to, that's an iffy. That's why it has a question mark. And somewhere I need to have my review time for week 13 for year 6 and plan out year 7. Yeah, this is going into my 7th 12-week year, guys. I am super excited about it. So yeah, that's a look at my week as of right now. It is currently only just Tuesday morning, so yeah, woo-woo, here we go. So one of the things that I'm going to do today to keep me on task is that I'm going to actually set a physical timer for how much time I have to work on a project. That way I can take my break and I can move forward. I don't normally set clocks specifically, and this is largely because usually I have one either on my computer or on my wrist. And my watch has been broken, and that has been a really big crippler for me to stay on my normal work block, rest block, work block, rest block schedule. But the other reason why I'm going to set this timer is because knowing that it's actually physically ticking down somewhere in the back of my room, back of my process, means that until I hear the bell, literally, until I hear the bell, I have to stay where I am and keep working. This is a really great method to increasing your productivity on a given hour. It's very similar to the Pomodoro technique where you set a timer and you work until the timer goes off. And so I have adapted it here and there as I need to. I don't run on Pomodoro time all the time. I don't run with a specific clock running every single day for every single work block or every single rest block. And partly because that stresses me out to no end. The constant clock setting and switching and resetting, like I have to remember to do that while trying to remember to work, and at the end of my work, it's just not cool. But I am going to use that technique today because it is going to help me hustle a little bit harder and to gain the edge on my to-do list and to get all the things done that I need to. So with that being said, I'm going to set my timer and I'll see ya. I am moving right along. I got done with lunch. I took that break already and I'm getting back into this. Now I need to make some ads for DIY Tiny. This is going to go out for Drew and prep for the event that we're putting together. So I'm excited to have this ready to go because I will be done with his work shortly and I can move on to the website update that I need to do for the Church in New Jersey. There it is. That's at least a draft of what it's going to look like. And with that, I am finished with Drew. So I can close all of this stuff out. And now I can pull up everything for the church website that I need to do. The first thing that I'm going to do, though, before getting into my next task is to take a quick break, wash my dishes because I can. That way my brain will reset. It will put away all the work that I did for Drew. Just let me tune everything of that out, and then I can get started on the church website. This is where I like having my rest block. I'm still not quite in sync with it, but it's okay. I got Drew all done. Now I can move on to my next task. Usually takes me about an hour, which is great because I will still have time to work on other stuff. Yay! I have all of this done. All of this done. I am finished with the church for March. I can close out of my tabs. Booyah. Let's log me out. Ta-da! Hooray! So technically I am now in my work block for the afternoon. Work block. Rest block. I'm in my rest block. I worked a little bit over, but that's okay. So I'm going to take the next 15 minutes, take my rest, and I'm going to get into the stuff that I need to do for NAB. So for me, that means getting back into my edit about Dylan's video. So I'm really excited about this. I've been itching to get back to it all week and all weekend. So I'm going to get into that today, and that's going to close out a really great work day. Oh, the temperature's going back up and everything's melting. But I'm actually really surprised. This little radar Snow Dog is actually keeping his shape. Not bad. Editing time! Yay! This honestly, people, when I get to do this, this is what I do, this is what I love, this is why I started my business. I'm a happy camper. So, I am back at this. I took a quick break to take the dog out. I made the bed. My neighbor popped over for a little bit just to grab a bowl of chili. I made this massive pot on Saturday, so I have lots of leftovers. If you lived in my building, I would invite you to get leftovers too. But I'm now going to get into my edit, and I'm probably going to zone out here just because that's what I love to do. Ideally, your most productivity happens when you are doing the thing that you love. Now, sometimes that means that you don't get to do the thing that you love, especially when you're trying to do work that helps you make the money so you can get to the thing that you want to do, which is what I have to do with my current web clients. So, I'm really glad to have gotten through all of that because now it means I can do the thing that I love, and this is going to really end my day really well because I love to do this. And it's really, you know, earlier I had to set a timer that said you're going to be working from here to here and you can't stop until the timer goes off. I don't have to do that when I'm editing. I don't have to do that when I'm editing. Tripping over my words. Yeah. Why? Because I love this. And this, I will be most productive doing this because I get sucked into it because I love it. So, just something to note. Sometimes you have to be productive and force yourself to be productive, and sometimes you'll be productive because you love what you're doing. Interesting thing to know. Robo is home, and that means that I have spent literally the past hour and a half blissfully editing at my computer. I didn't even realize that much time had gone by. This goes back to what I said before I started editing about the fact that when you're doing something that you love, you don't have to worry about productivity because you love it. You're going to stay there. You're going to do it forever and not even pay attention to the clock. So, I hope that this little look at how to make yourself be productive and how not to worry about being productive today is actually a help. And I know for me, it's really nice to know these things that I can use both tools, either something that I love or a timer, to really push my day forward and to get things done. So this is going to be the end of today's video, largely because Robo is home and making supper, and it's now like 5:30, and I'm hungry. And I'm not going to be able to think straight. So, yeah, that's a major thing. What do you do when you can't think straight and you're hungry? Do you get mad at people? Do you get achy? Do you get cryy? Like, what? Comment below. Leave that. That'll be your cue that you've actually watched all the way to the end of the video. And I will see you all tomorrow for day 132 of level grinding. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you. I love you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And everybody else, you're awesome. And my dog is making faces at me.
When I get hungry, I snort and I growl a little bit and I ring the bell on the door and I pout. I pout a lot, actually. It works pretty well. And the licking. The licking helps.
Oh wow, it's the 5:30 update on the snowman and his head is nearly gone. He's lost his nose and the dog is now like a cat. Meow. Oh look, he turned into Olaf. He lost his nose.
Is this a zombie snowman movie?
Why, because he's gonna eat it?
Actually, I guess he is more like Olaf.
No.
Now he's Olaf.
I would love to know what happens in summer.